Ahoy, Let's Watchers, it's me, your valiant Captain Vasco. In the last episode, we kicked Carnage into flaming engines multiple times. Had like rotary blade things in them and everything, and he's not dead. He's really resilient. So hopefully we'll figure out a way to totally kick his butt today. Because, you know, that didn't actually go that well, considering that I won. Anyway, we left things off where I was about to get hit by a crashing aircraft carrier from the sky. That's exciting. Now, like I said before, this is sort of like the, I guess it's a little like the Sandman, like, escape the face in the final boss run thing. Because, you know, there's that hallway right before you fight Sandman and you have to run away from his giant face. And then it's also like the Deadpool thing where you have to sort of beat the waves to the tower things? I don't know. I'm not going to explain that well because my brain is broken. But, so the trick here is to stay slightly to the left and to go as quickly as possible. And as I go, I'll try to explain what that means. Because the aircraft carrier, or the helicarrier, is crashing sort of in a rightward trajectory, like camera right. So yeah, it's going off to the right side. You would think that staying to the left would make sense, but as I've discovered, if you try to stay to the left, the game will punish you by making it so you can no longer web swing, and so debris will just fall on your head and kill you automatically, which I think is lame.
Again.
Evacuate all cleared personnel out of this area immediately. Move it, people! Get those birds in the air, let's go! Come on!
Maybe I can get you out.
We've taken heavy damage from infected prisoners. I'm losing altitude. All hands, brace for
Imp what? Imp what? Crash and burn completed, because I didn't die. I actually didn't die at all. I usually die during that section.
Okay, Spidey. Just pull it together. You're safe
Oh,
now.
look, a building made of fire. This seems like a good place to fight Carnage. I don't know why I said that sarcastically. It kind of seems like a good place to fight Carnage. I mean, if you could sort of just trap him in a prison cell made of fire, then you'd kind of just win. Like, what is he gonna do to you? Be on fire? That's intimidating. I mean, I guess it can be intimidating, but considering that it's his weakness, it's certainly less intimidating than it should be. Hi, everybody! There's like 100 million people in this room. So if you're gonna try and fight your way through, which you don't actually have to, because, yeah, the way's already clear. You could sort of just jump out onto the... What the heck is going on? What is happening here? The game seems to have glitched again. It seems as though someone, like, tried to catch me? Oh, that worked. Okay. It seems as though someone tried to catch me while I was in rage mode, which I don't think should work, but the game got confused and let it sort of work. And letting it sort of work was actually worse than letting it just happen.
Wow.
Because letting it sort of work meant that there was no person that I could escape from. So I sort of just, like, was caught nowhere. I was being beaten up by nothing.
Carnage up and up.
But everyone could sort of still hit me. However, as long as you can activate rage mode, which I could, you can sort of knock everyone back, which is a way that you can get out of being grabbed like that normally as well. And in fact, sometimes is the best way to do that. Hey, it's a spider emblem. Do I have to actually fight these guys? I didn't think I did, but that window is closed, and I'm pretty sure that's how I need to get to the next part. I might be able to do that from outside. I forget. But I'll fight these guys. It's fine. I have rage mode. Rage mode's pretty sweet. I don't know if you know this. If all the levels had rage mode, all the levels would be better. Which is my way of saying, I really think Ultimate Spider-Man is my favorite Spider-Man of this game. Which I would not have expected going into it. Because, you know, I don't know. I'm actually not the biggest fan of Venom. But, the implementation here is pretty radical. Yeah, that's right. Pretty rad.
Now, what do we have here? Let me see you. Careful. Okay, just a guess, but I'm thinking smash the giant egg in the center of the room.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man!
I don't know, man. I think you've been playing too many video
We're
games.
sending in new Slayer robots that have been programmed to recognize you as an ally. Look for the red ones.
Well, what do you know? My very own robot sidekicks. I'll call this one Herbie.
This won't hurt a bit. Oh, wait.
So, here's how this works. You can't actually do anything to that giant egg thing other than get hit by it. Which, you know, it's about as good an idea as it sounds. So, it's not a very good idea. What you can do is kill all of the little, like, Carnage symbiote creatures that are trying to attack your robots. This is difficult, however. This is a difficult boss battle. And, honestly, I think the boss battles of this level are sort of the weak spot in what is an awesome level. Oh man, they killed Herbie. Deliberately made a note of which one he gestured to when he said Herbie, and now Herbie is dead. I really hate... Like I said, that's one thing I really don't like about Rage Mode, is that for some reason the game doesn't always detect when an enemy dies, so you can sort of just get caught, like, beating endlessly on an enemy for no reason. So yeah, using Rage Mode is a generally good idea. I have found also that it can be a good idea to focus on trying to protect one robot at a time, because you really only need one to stay, like, functional, strictly speaking. Because, like, as long as one of them is blasting the egg cocoon thing with its flamethrower, then, like, you can progress to the next stage of the boss fight. And again, that's sort of one of the things I don't like about this boss fight, is that, like, there's sort of a lot of what I call, like, boss tax. So, like, boss tax number 1 is that you have to, like, protect the robots so that you have a chance to fight Carnage. Boss fight number 2 is that you don't, or boss tax number 2 is that you don't actually have a chance to fight Carnage until you've gone through one of these, like, close combat sections. Which, I don't know, it just feels like there's a whole lot disrupting the flow of this boss fight, which is set up as a really awesome moment. Like, this is just such, like, an epic boss fight, really. It's like you're on top of this flaming tower, and, like, Carnage zombified all of S.H.I.E.L.D., and, like, you're sort of, like, the last hope of the world to, like, keep Carnage from, killing anything. Alright, so let's take a look at the Web of Destiny. Carnage Barbecue knocked him in the thing, Crash and Burn survived that thing crashing on top of me, and now the last thing that isn't the Hidden Spiders challenge is Feeding Frenzy, which is force Carnage to destroy 3 friendly Slayers during the final boss encounter. Now, if you can somehow get the Slayers to crack open the egg while all 3 of them are alive, then you can instantaneously accomplish this, because he'll pretty much... The way it works is, you know, you protect the robots damage the egg breaks open, you do your close combat section, then Carnage will instantly destroy all Slayers that are functioning. Like, it's just sort of like, before the fight starts, he'll kill all the robots, which, like, you know, actually makes sense, because if they didn't do that, then the fight would be a lot easier, because they would all just use flamethrowers on him, and he'd probably die in, like, 5 seconds. But yeah, like I was saying, there's, like, a whole lot of boss tax here, because it's sort of like, oh man, you gotta protect the Slayers, oh man, you gotta... Oh, I hate this move. I didn't even know he could do this until my practice runs. I don't think he'd ever done it to me before.
Hey, big red and gruesome. Put a cork in it.
But, like, you know, it's like, oh, you gotta protect the Slayers. Oh, you gotta punch him in the face a bunch. Oh, now you can fight him. And it's just sort of like, the boss fight is this part. The boss fight is where you're, like, mano a mano with Carnage, and it's like 2 symbiotes fighting each other for survival. Because pretty much only one of you is gonna win here. Well, definitely only one of you is gonna win here. It's sort of like, well, is the world doomed to be zombified by this horrible monster? Or am I gonna save everybody? And, like, it's like, it's a really cool, really awesome level, and, like, I would really like to have, like, I don't know, like a real fight. It just feels like, it feels like this weird hybrid between, like, the puzzle boss fight and, like, the regular type of boss fight. And, like, it's sort of, like, not as good as either, in my opinion, because it's not focused on being either one. Because, like, actually fighting Carnage, it's like really straightforward. You just sort of like beat on him.
I kind of wish my voice stayed like that.
So after you do a bunch of damage to him, he goes back into egg mode. And then
I keep hoping this is just
more
the worst
Slayers come out and
nightmare
try
I've
to
ever
help
had in
you.
my
But
life.
if you didn't notice, I think it's like after you do your close combat section against him,
Why don't you pick on someone your own size, please?
like Spider-Man will throw Carnage like against a wall, but like what he actually does is collapse one of the pillars that the Slayers can come out of. So like, yeah, I need Spider Sense on too because I just keep seeing these like red rings that are like debris I can throw, and it's like, well, that's not helpful. I don't want to attack that plank of wood. Oh wow, that was nice and quick. Usually that takes me a little bit longer.
That's a daring look you got going on there. You don't see many people these days wearing their...
So yeah, like, pay close attention this time, and you should be able to see it. That like, I'm gonna throw Carnage into a column that the Slayers should be coming out of. I'm very distracted trying to do all these like various. See, there you go. It collapses, and then now that's like one less place that a Slayer can come out of. So each round it gets progressively harder to take him down in egg form.
It's broken free.
There we go, feeding frenzy completed. Yay! And the reason it's harder is because like even though it's very difficult to sort of like, come on, stop doing this move. Even though it's very difficult to be in 3 places at once and protect like 3 Slayers at the same time, you can still sort of accidentally have one of them survive long enough to like break the egg open. So yeah, like here is a situation where I would use my like rage mode plus heavy attack. Yoop. More punching you. See, like, there's just not a... I don't find that there's a ton of strategy to the actual fight with Carnage. It's all sort of like... It's just sort of like, can you keep all of these parts of the fight straight? And can you, like, actually protect the robot and, like, continue to... Can you, like, do these close combat sections, which you've been doing since the first actual level of the game? But yeah, actually this last one is relatively easy because like all you have to do is like keep rage mode going and like stand next to the robot. Oh, and I say that and then my robot gets killed. Go me, that's very impressive. But like in theory all you should have to do is stand next to him and just keep pressing X and like all of the enemies will die. Shut up. It would be kind of nice if I could like, if I had an indicator of how much health the robot had. Not that it would make a lot of difference here. How did he die? Like, he got hit like 3 times and he died. That's really lame. Like, what? Who built these robots? They're flimsy as crap. Are they cardboard robots? We should have robots that are made out of metal and not cardboard. I mean, I think if we're gonna fight like a horrible symbiotic death monster, we should really keep in mind... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, I suppose this is only fair, because the first and second ones went relatively smoothly, and usually I have trouble with those. But, like, this is sort of the dumb one to fail at, because like I said, all you really gotta do is, like, stand near him and, like, press the whale on everybody button. Are the enemies, like, coming from... Yeah, I guess they're coming from, like, every side, which is why this is... why they're maybe able to sneak up on him when I'm not paying attention and do more damage. I don't know. So there we go. The egg's done. What's interesting is, like, the fire damage that the Slayers do in order to break the egg open actually counts towards Carnage's health bar. It doesn't do a ton of damage. Like, it doesn't do as much damage as the flamethrower just does to my face, for example.
No? Second thought, I really, really would.
But, it does count towards damaging him.
Oh, yeah!
And yeah, you don't even fight him a 3rd time, which is kind of weird.
What? I thought you liked being on fire. My bad. And stay down.
So there you go. That is the final Ultimate Spider-Man level of the game. It's Carnage. How'd I do so bad at my combo rating? I don't know. I don't really care. My main thing has been to show off how to do the challenges, and I've managed to do that in one shot, so that's cool. I do, however, have like 100,000 useless points. By 100,000, I mean 127 useless points. But yeah, you know, I really like that level overall. I think the boss fights are a little weak, as I mentioned, but like really, even though like there's a lot of difficult sections in the level, they're usually not frustrating to the same point as like the entirety of the Vulture level or the boss fight with Dr. Octopus. Like, they're sort of within the confines of challenging but fun, which for me is a fine line. I get frustrated really easily with certain things in video games, I guess. Not exactly sure how to put that, but when I get frustrated, the game is no longer fun, and there's no point in playing the game. So, you know, stuff like the boss fight with Dr. Octopus, or the entirety of the Vulture level, as I already said, they're not fun, and I don't like playing them, especially. But, you know, as I've said before, I really like this game, and, you know, obviously, or else I wouldn't be playing through it again for the YouTubes. I'd play something else. But hopefully you enjoyed this. This is our last regular level of the game, which, as I recall, means that I should do this before signing off.
Hey, not bad, webheads. They fought their way from one dimension to the next, faced a number of their most fearsome foes, and found the final fragments of the fabled Tablet of Order and Chaos.
Sweet.
But they're not done yet. Remember, there's still a damsel in distress, so what are you waiting for, heroes? Hop to it!
What now? I can't give the final tablet piece to Mysterio, but if I don't, it's lights out for Madam Web. Think, Spidey, think.
After years of pretending, of faking my way with special effects and stage magic,
To have a taste of the real thing.
I can't wait any longer. Where is he? I want that tablet!
Don't say I never gave you anything.
The tablet, it's reassembling itself.
Oh, great.
Power beyond that of a god. The walls of reality crumble before me.
Madam Web!
Don't worry about me, Spider-Man. Look, the web of reality, the tapestry of the universe is unraveling.
Man, I hate when that
A
happens.
universe to remake in my image. I will devour every dimension until all is Mysterio!
Last chance.
got a
With the
pretty big
walls
head.
of reality broken, I can summon
literally
your
and
counterparts
figuratively.
from the other worlds. The four of you, together, are reality's only hope.
Plonk, plonk, plonk. I like how 2 golds and a silver averages to silver. That's totally whatever. So yeah, there's only one level left to go, guys, and then it will be conclusion time for Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. And by that I mean 1 level and then 1 extra video, which will be me getting all the hidden spiders, which I'm not looking forward to, but, you know, I owe it to you guys because, as I said, really the main goal of this playthrough has been to complete all the challenges. And as much as I find that challenge, like, inane, it's still a challenge. And even though I haven't completed it on a single level myself, I'm going to figure out how to do it for you guys so that you can watch through my videos and know how to beat all the challenges of the game. So, as I gear up for the final battle here, I may actually try to do the hidden spiders first. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it may be more interesting to end the game with the end of the game. Not sure. If you have strong feelings, let me know, because it'll probably be a little bit before I have a chance to record either of the things I have left to do for this game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it enough to maybe leave me comments saying that you enjoyed it, or to like my video, or to subscribe to my channel for more because you liked it that much. Anyway, I'll see you here next time, assuming that you did like it. And we'll take on Mysterio. Yeah, there's no point beating around the bush. Clearly the last enemy of the game is Mysterio. Spoiler alert.